Welcome back. Now, this Pacific Northwest novelist just released his fourth novel, Lawman. He's also published multiple short stories and more than a dozen poems in magazines and anthologies. Joining us this morning is Walt Polzin. Good morning, Walt.
Good morning.
Without spoiling too much, what can you tell us about your latest release?
Well, Lawman is about a marshal in Arizona who is set out to tame the Old West. And along the way, he loses some deputies, which makes him realize that maybe his choice of careers isn't one for longevity. And eventually, he decides to find another way to make his living and comes to California for a calmer way of life. So it's an old-fashioned bang-bang shoot-'em-up type of thing with a little twist.
I was going to say, followed by like a almost coming-of-age kind of thing.
Yeah, a realization of reality.
Yeah. Then what's the inspiration for your novels?
Well, I grew up with Tom Mix and Hopalong Cassidy and Roy Rogers and all these guys, and that was what I liked. I always wondered, well, why do the good guys always win, and why does this happen? You know, I could do different than that. So I tried making something different than what was out there already.
Yeah, and then where can people find your work?
Anywhere. You can order it from any independent bookstore, Bookmark here in Medford, or Village Books, or any bookstore. You can get them from Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Nobody has them in stock yet because they've just come out, but they can order them.
Yeah.
And there's a group of us here in Medford, writers that meet together on Thursday mornings at the Central Point Library, and we're looking for new people too.
That's great. So you have a little, club of other authors. So what can you tell us about your writing process?
I get an idea, I sit down, I write a rough draft, maybe do an outline, and then start banging away. And obviously what comes out first is not what ends up being on the page, but we go through the process of editing and beta readers and all of that sort of thing, and then finding a publisher who will take the hook. So.
Well, and you talk about living in Medford. Has living in the Pacific Northwest, influenced the way that you write?
Not so much, really, because everything I've written is either a mythological place like Oahu or Malfon, South Seas Islands, Middle East desert. So it really doesn't have much to do with where we are.
Yeah, and then what do you want to be known as, or known for as an author?
Well, it seems like everybody wants to know me as a Western writer. I do have another one in the works called Outlaw, and then another one called Land, which is the name of the #2 character in Badman. So I guess by those measures, I am a Western writer.
But then what is your favorite to write?
A little of everything. I've got a very big political spoof about aliens coming down and terrifying the president and everyone else that I made a few drafts of and had read, but I kind of like humor, so some of my short stories have to do with a humorous detective who is completely oblivious to what's going on.
I'm a fan of humor myself. And is there anything else you'd like to say before we wish you goodbye today?
Buy my book. Books, plural.
Well, it sounds like there's a little bit of everything with all of your books. So Walt Polzin's work is available on Amazon and in over 260 bookstores across Oregon and Washington. You can follow his Facebook page to keep up to date on announcements for new releases and book signings. Whether you want to get lost in the world of the Wild West or travel to an exciting island, Walt Polzin has something amazing in store for your next read. Walt, thank you so much for being here today, telling us about your Westerns and how to explore different islands and everything. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. We'll be right back.